Hey guys, what's up? I'm going to go through my games. I don't have an exact count. I don't have an exact of everything I have of it. I guess I'll point out some games I have quickly, or I'll scroll. How about that? How about I scroll? I buy games that I want to play. I don't, unless I get them in like a lot or something. If I get games in a lot, then it's kind of a free-for-all. But usually, I look for games from people and everything that I actually want to play. I am not a big one for trying to make money off of games. I don't do that. I just play. So I don't necessarily have a lot of rare ones. There's only a few ones to note that I have that are rare, and I have Mega Man 7. That is a very expensive game. It's like $130 on Super Nintendo. I have DuckTales 2 on NES. That's pretty expensive. I have Splatterhouse 2 on the Genesis. That's like an $80 game. I got that. Trying to think of anything else I got that is expensive, but I don't really target them like that. Like I said, I'm all about just playing what I want to play. I don't have one game that a couple games that I want that are expensive are Mega Man X2 and Mega Man X3. I do not have those, and I would love to play those. I haven't actually played. Here's us. The Mega Man X series yet. Yeah, that's pretty good label too. I'm also another stickler for that. I don't really care about labels. I want to play the game. So if I get a crappy label and I can get it for cheap, I'll take it. I don't really I don't care about box stuff. If I had to care about any kind of box stuff, it would probably just be Sega. Sega, I care about the box stuff. And Sunset Riders, that's an $80 game. I got that. Actually, Sunset Riders, a guy gave to me for $40 on Facebook, which was a pretty freaking good deal. And then DuckTales 2, a friend of mine gave that to me because he was getting rid of his collection, and he knew I didn't have it, so he gave it to me. And we were just good friends like that, so he hooked me up. Here it is right here. Oh, another thing, yes, I know it's not in alphabetical order. I know. But you need to understand, once again, my son will get into this, my youngest, and he will just start whipping out all my games. And so if I put them in alphabetical order, I would just constantly be sitting there fixing it over and over and over again. So a lot of times, you'll understand if you have kids, and you'll understand when you have kids. One of my faves right here, this one went up in price. I just recently looked at it because a friend of mine wanted it. I thought it was like a $30 game, and it went up to like $100. I bought it when it was $30 at GameStop, or Game Corner. It was a mom and pop store around here. But what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, let me try to get all these down here. I got Mega Man 1 through 6. I got all those because, like I told you, I played Mega Man's 1 through 10. I got through all those. I just gotta do the X's. Oh yeah, but yeah, my stuff's not in alphabetical order because of my son. He's always jacking with stuff. Monster Party, that's a good game. My NES is definitely the console that I play the most. Man, I just recently beat Double Dragon also. Double Dragon 1 is difficult because the last level's bullcrap. Another game I don't think's that bad, guys, is Say What You Want. But another game I don't think is that bad is where I just lost it. Oh, Ghostbusters. I don't think Ghostbusters is that bad of a game, man. I enjoyed it when I played it. I know it's poor, and the screen looks real stupid, but I like the challenge at the end with the stairs. I like that because I like stuff when people can't do it and then I can do it. Because I actually put a video of it, of a full playthrough. You'll have to go watch it. And that's all legit. I didn't use a turbo controller or nothing. So I actually like the game. Same with like Dick Tracy. I like it a lot. A lot of people hate it. Like, people complain about having to get the notepad out and everything. I like that. That's all about how you play Nintendo games. Gotta get the notepad out. Gotta write down what maps look like, and you gotta write down notes that, like, what somebody said in a village to you and stuff. That's what I like. That's old school gaming, man. Doesn't hold your hand. So anyways, I got this chest. A lot of times I'm sitting on this, or I have it up holding my phone when I'm recording, which is why it's sitting right there. I'm usually sitting, I move it over to the side here, and then I'm sitting right here. This is my table. I got this from a mom and pop store called Game World. The guy gave it to me for 40 bucks. He hooked me up. His name was Chuck. That store is no longer going, which is too bad. He never got new inventory, though, man. He always just had the same stuff near the end, and I'm assuming that is why he went under. He never bought any new stuff. You'd think if you owned a mom and pop store, you'd be all over like Craigslist and stuff like that. You would immediately buy off Craigslist as much as you can. But he was never on there. I even asked him about it because I like mom and pop stores. But he didn't really worry about it, so I was like, alright. Now he's not around no more. But here's a big-ass TV. This thing is massive. I just got this for free off Craigslist. Some woman was giving it away. I went to her house, and she told me to bring somebody. So I was like, oh, come on, it's a tube TV. It can't be that bad. A lot of people think these tube TVs are so freaking heavy. Not necessarily, man. It's just they're just old and big and awkward. But this thing is freaking huge, dude. Like, my table's probably dying right now. I will never move this thing. The next time I move this thing, I will take it apart or something, piece by piece, and I will move it. It is that heavy, dude. Me and my brother's a pretty big guy, and he was even like, holy crap, dude. I said, yeah, this thing is ridiculous. I put it in my car, dude. I couldn't even get it out. I couldn't even get it out of my car. We, like, forced it in my car. That was a whole story in itself. But the TV is really big, and it's really awesome when I'm playing my games because the screen is so much bigger now. And when you're playing these old games, you gotta play it on the original. You gotta play it on a tube TV. That's just the way I am, man. So, yeah, it's a Samsung. It's pretty nice. I had this TV, and I don't know how to get rid of it now because you can't put it out for garbage day. But my son was pressing the power button a million times and blew it out. First tube TV I've ever seen to blow out. But yep, don't work no more. So I got to figure out how to get rid of that thing. I think one of these days I'm just going to go out to a dumpster and throw it in there. But, so anyways, here's my top loader. And I got this filled with stuff. This is kind of personal stuff I just keep in there. This is full of aftermarket controllers. I got all the licensed controllers in there, aftermarket. So if you ever need extra controllers, I'll be giving stuff like this away. It's like Mad Cats and just aftermarket controllers. I think I got the Honeybee NES ones and stuff. Stuff that I have but I'll never play with. I'll never use. But if somebody doesn't have a controller, having a controller is better than not having a controller. So I would totally hook you up. Anyways, this is my arcade machine. And what they do is I went on eBay And first of all, I put stickers on it. That's me. That's my wife, Megan. That's my little son, Nathaniel. And that is Peyton, my oldest. And what I did is I have Zelda lettering, Nintendo lettering, Super Mario lettering, Minecraft lettering. And they were these stickers you could buy for like $2 a piece on eBay. And she'd do all these different fonts for you. So I wanted to make that Xbox different than my other original Xbox over there, down there. I didn't want them to get mixed up, so I did that for it. I thought it was kind of a cool idea. So anyways, onto the Xbox. Well, it's got emulators loaded onto it, and I probably could boot it up and show you, but I mean, you'll see it in the videos. I'll make a video about that someday. If you really want a video of this thing, then I'll show you. But this has all authentic sounds, authentic game, straight up. I mean, when you boot up a game in this on this machine, it actually boots up the arcade cabinet like the real way the arcade cabinet booted up. So I mean, this thing is the closest way for you to play an arcade game as you can get. Obviously, you're not going to have a bunch of cabinets in your room. You only have so much space, and cabinets are very expensive. So you could easily drop, $900 on a game, on like a Double Dragon cabinet for one freaking game. So, like I told you, I want that Williams Slugfest pinball thing. That thing's like $1,200 if I want a nice one. So it's hard to find, and you're really going to be spending some money unless you got that and you got the space. If you're Arcade Impossible, I don't know if you've ever watched him. He's from around here. Then go ahead and do it. But not everybody has that kind of money and space to be doing that stuff. So for this is the way to do it, man. You play with your Xbox controller, and it's a joystick, so it's somewhat authentic. And then you just use A and B for most games, unless they obviously have more buttons. And it designates it to a part on the controller. What I want to do, though, is I want to buy a fighter stick. So I want to have an arcade stick with it. And that's personally what I want to do. But I like to play it on my tube TV, because inside of the old cabinets are tube TVs. So that's as authentic as you can get. I like to get as close to authenticity as I can. So this thing ran about $130. It's a guy on eBay. He had one. They seem to be pretty solid around that. 130 to 150 seems to be the going price for these. So somebody had commented and said, "Oh, I'd love to see how you put games on these ROMs." I didn't put any games on there, and I don't know how to. I am not savvy with stuff like that, man. I don't know how to do stuff like that. So I just bought the machine. It's all ready to go. All I had to do was plug it in, hook it up, turn it on, and there I go. And I already had original Xbox controllers, and it has 4 ports. You can play up to 4 people. So like on X-Men and everything, you can have 4 people going. And it has a whole bunch of games on it. It has over like 12,000 games on it total. But see, like Mario 64 and things like that, I don't want to play it on that. I'll play Mario 64 on my N64. So I want to play my stuff on the real stuff. I don't want to play it on here. But if you wanted to, you could. And it's like $130. Like, say you didn't mind playing Super Mario Brothers 1 on your NES, you want to play it on this, I'm pretty sure it's on there. So it has Atari games on it, Sega games on it. I don't play any of those. I got it for the arcade machine, because I can't obviously play The Simpsons arcade. Well, that's a bad example because it was on Xbox. But okay, I can't play that Dungeons and Dragons game. It's a beat 'em up. It's really awesome. That never came out on anything. I can't play WrestleFest on anything. WrestleFest is on this. So, you gotta, that's what you gotta do. It's the closest way to do it. And like I said, unless you want to buy it. The only other alternative I would have took was, there's people that buy arcade cabinets and they have an arcade machine that has a whole bunch of games built into it. So pretty much they'll have what's on there in a cabinet with a fighter stick in like a custom cabinet. That'd be the only different way I'd want to do it. But I could have done that. I don't know what that would run me. That'd obviously be a lot more expensive because you're going to need the cabinet. So I'm not sure what that would run. That might be like $1,000. So this is the poor man's way to do it, and I don't think it's a bad way to do it. This is a very, very good way to do it, especially if you record, if you make videos and stuff too. Obviously, if you were playing in a cabinet, it'd be very hard to record. It'd be a lot easier to work this, to get this to record. So, guys, that about wraps it up, though. I'm getting on 16 minutes on this video. If you have any more questions and you want to see that live, you want to see me literally turn it on and play it, because my Got Quarters episodes are literally me using that. I just boot it up first, and then I record as I'm starting the game. So, I'll show you how it works. Maybe the next Got Quarters, I'll explain it as I'm playing. Maybe I'll play tonight or something, but I'm trying to get through that Mario Rabbids. But that is my game room, fellas. As requested. Thank you for your requests. That's really cool. That was a good idea to do this. So, now a whole lot of people around here ask me about this stuff. My good friends are not into this stuff, so they just look at it like, oh, that's cool. I remember that, and that's about the gist of it. So, talking to you guys about it's pretty fucking cool, man. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you around.